All right. To start with, I want you all to first stand. Stand up from your seat. Now do your hands like this. If you have already done this, say it right. Okay.
Did some kind of yoga.
Like this. Yeah. Right. Now put your hands like this. What happened here? Yeah. Now take one hand over the other and hold your hand like this. Ankit, like this. You take one hand over the other and hold it.
Do this and one hand there.
Look, this is your hand.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Yes.
Now touch your hand with other guys. Like Bharat, you do it with Uzair. Neha, you do it with Ankit. Right? Now bring your hands back straight. Like just be there. Separate your hands from each other now. Right? Now when I say three, follow the way I'm doing with my hands. Right? 1, 2, 3. All right.
Amazing. I must say, amazing magic.
Can you show the tray Kamer?
Sorry? I'll show you one magic every time in from our next meetings.
Okay.
Okay, now take this paper. Suppose you have got a genie, Aladdin's genie, and he asks you for the three wishes that you want to have in your life. Like it can be anything, any wish, anything that you want to achieve in your life. It can be maybe a date with Shah Rukh Khan for Neha, or maybe a car, maybe you just want to become. Yeah.
Where are you sitting?
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, Anu.
Yep. I can't see you guys.
Just a minute, Anu.
क्रॉस करके वहां से जॉइन करें
Can you see us now?
From which ID? No, I cannot. Yes, I can see you now. Hello. Yep, guys.
You ask your
Yeah, three wishes you said, Amit.
Is that okay?
Yeah, fine now.
Can we go ahead?
Yeah.
Okay. So suppose you have got three wishes in your life that you want to achieve. That it could be anything. Maybe a car that you want to buy, maybe a palace, maybe you want to become the richest person in the world, or Prime Minister of India, or whatever it is. Getting married to Shah Rukh Khan, or
That's not my wish.
like a date with Shah Rukh Khan, maybe. So write down those three wishes on the piece of paper. Yeah. So who wants to start? Who wants to start? You guys again got disconnected. Like I can see only Ankit's ID, but I can't see the video. Yeah.
Ankit will start.
But okay. Neha, can you switch on the video as well? I can't see the video.
Can you see us now?
Yes. Yep. Who wants to start?
Ankit.
Okay, so here's my wishes. Uh, can you see it?
Yeah, but
Yes. Can you read it out for everyone?
Yeah, so it's a happy, peaceful world and a cheerful life full of satisfaction. And third one is refill the wishes for future.
refill the wishes.
Okay. That's very good. I am not sure about the peaceful world, but we can work about others.
We all have for the first one.
Who's next?
Uzair.
Neha.
No, I'll say the name.
Yeah.
My wish. That's my wish.
Chakki grows from here.
Yeah.
My wishes are like very materialistic. First is a Europe tour.
Europe.
Second is meeting Shah Rukh Khan. Third is that one I just Sorry. No, that's this. Yeah, that's one of the wish, but then that's the second wish. Third wish is I want I want a career that is satisfying, as in where I feel kind of that this is what I wanted to do in my life. So
Okay.
satisfaction in terms of career.
Awesome. Next.
Awesome. So, you must be knowing about that. My first vision is that for my college days, I want to be a renowned career and social activist. I try to do a lot for that, but
Uzar, can't hear you. Can you speak a bit louder?
yeah, my first wish is that I want to be a renowned career and social activist in India because I have seen people with pain, candidates, and students not getting job. I try to do a lot of work for that, but nowadays don't have time because of uh, job and that. So, but in future, I want to do work for that, for the education system of India and a lot of social works, so NGOs. And the second thing that I want to achieve is that I want to be a marketing and sales group in this in India and the world level. And third wish is that I love to get loved by people, so I want to be the most lovable person at least in India.
Oh,
That could be the best reaction for this.
that's good, Uzar. That's really good. Awesome. Yes, Bharat.
So my first wish is want to fly in the sky as a bird.
Wow, that's awesome.
Means without aeroplane, without any helicopter, and
I don't know. I can't hear you. Sorry. Which mic are you using?
But it's speak
Bit
bit
loud.
loud.
now I speak. Are you here?
Yes.
Sir, my first wish is want to fly in the sky as a bird.
Wow,
Whenever,
that's nice.
whenever I see the sky, then I think, yes, I want to fly. And how? Some, when I was child, then most of the time I try to fly as a bird, but can't fly.
Wow.
And my second wish is want to become a powerful person in the world, in the right way. Means powerful person means I have lots of money, lots of power, so many people surrounding me, just like this. And my third wish is want to join politics. Means as a Modi has just created, Modi is a prime minister, and I want to become a good position in the politics.
That's good.
That's all.
Wow, interesting. Very interesting.
I mean,
Any
we
other
have
one?
We have Ariba here.
Ariba as well.
Well, we have got Ariba here.
Yeah, Ariba. Come, let me do it. Just move your chair a bit. Ouch! You might hit me. So your team. Hi,
Hi, Ariba.
how are you doing?
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, what are the three wishes, Ariba?
Amir, I didn't know that I have to write to you about it, so I haven't written anything.
Okay, just say it out probably.
At present, I don't have any wishes. Very vague.
One wish, no? So what will you say to the genie when if he comes and say what are your three wishes? You'll say just go away. I don't want anything.
Take away all of my sorrows, that's it.
Okay. Sounds like a Hindi song. मेरे गम ले जा सारे. Okay. We'll all pray for it, Ariba. So
If the genie comes to me at last after meeting them all and I would have only one wish.
take away all their wishes.
How mean is that?
That's just kidding.
Okay, that's why. Now, if I tell you guys that whatever wishes you were talking about in next 3 years, and I'll put it down over here. At least one of your wish will get complete.
One of them?
At least one of them will be achieved. If you work a bit harder, or you might achieve two, you might achieve three. But today, what I'm gonna propose and promise you is that in next 3 years, one of your wish would be 100% achieved. There would be people over here who would achieve all those three wishes. There would be some who would achieve two wishes. There would be some who would achieve at least one wish. But you would at least achieve at least one of your wish. Now, if the food is there, you can start eating the food, because I don't need you to do any writing. We'll just talk about the things at this point of time. Now, and if I say that all of these three wishes would be achieved in next 3 years, you would think, I'm just saying it like that, just big talks, and it's impossible to achieve those. Uh, so I would say in my life, I have uh, wished for a lot of things, and people have always told me that this is not possible or this is impossible. But I have proved them wrong a lot of times. So when I tell you that uh, out of the wishes that you have written on that piece of paper, and keep that piece of paper with you, within next 3 years you would actually achieve maybe all those three wishes, but at least one of those wish. Then I actually mean it. And if you do not trust me, I'll tell you an example. When I was 22 years old, that is around 4 years back. Can you all hear me fine?
Yes, Amit.
Okay. So when I was 22 years old, I was in my BTech final year probably, or I just passed my BTech. I had three dreams. I was just a student uh, passing out of the college. I had three dreams that I written over there. Can you see the book?
Yes, Amit. But it's not very clear. We can just see the last wish.
I had one dream that I wanted to own a European car, like a good decent car, like Merc, Audi or BMW. That was my one dream. I did the same exercise.
You're not audible, Amit.
Okay. So I had the similar dream, and I did the same exercise with myself 4 years ago, where I listed three of my wishes. The first wish was I wanted to own a good European German car like Mercedes or Audi or BMW. That was my first wish. The second wish was that I wanted to be become the like a young CEO, or a general manager of an organization, not not of my own firm, but of a well established firm. So I wanted to be a CEO or general manager of an established firm. And third thing was that, and it was I was very particular about it. and you can verify it from Uzair. Uzair knows me, and I used to share it with him. I don't share it with a lot of people, but I used to share it with him. I wanted to own a company, and not only a company, a multinational company. Uh, and at that point of time, if I would have said this thing to anyone, and I would have said, after 3 years, I want all these three wishes to get complete, people would have not believed me. And there have been stages in my life where people haven't believed me. Uh, so when I was in my bachelor's, my teachers used to say that you wouldn't be able to do anything in your life. When I was in 12th, uh, so my teacher actually asked me, and there was another guy in the class. He asked both of us to stand up, and then told it to class. Look at these two guys. They wouldn't be able. Uh, they won't get selection in any engineering college, any medical college, and they wouldn't be able to do anything in their life. And that's what, uh, and that's very similar to what these people told me at my engineering college. And there has been other instances in my life where people have doubted it when I've said, "Look, I want to do this." Uh, so, but the matter of the fact is that whatever you wished, it's really very very possible. And uh, if you are gonna follow what I'm gonna tell you, you will definitely and 100% achieve what you wish. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to have that wish list pasted on your desks from now on, and keep it in front of you while you are working, so that it's in front of you and you know what your dream is, and what do you want to achieve. Now I'm gonna give you some tips. These are basically steps, but these are not useful if you do not follow them, because it's just a talk. Until unless you follow them, uh, it's not gonna be any beneficial for you. But if you are actually ready to commit your life to your dreams or your wishes, and if you want to actually achieve something in your life which is that huge, you know you are 100% gonna get it. Like, there is no way, there is no way that you won't get it. Now Neha will ask me, okay, for example, we develop this company and whatever, I do everything. How am I gonna meet Shah Rukh Khan? Isn't it, Neha?
No, because if I'll be having good amount of money, then I'll be able to meet him.
uh, so I would give you an example of the proximity of Shah Rukh Khan. So with Australian Sports Technologies Network, we are currently working, having conversations with BCCI and IPL about creating an Indian Sports Technologies Network. Now, if we are successful in establishing Indian Sports Technologies Network, that would directly connect with us with all IPL teams, and Indian Sports Technologies Network would be working with those teams directly and their owners directly, enabling their sports technology. Now, you know where Indian Sports Technologies Network office be based,
Mumbai?
and who will handle Indian Sports Technologies Network? Enterprise
But
Monkey. Enterprise Monkey will get the complete contract of handling the Indian Sports Technologies Network. So
wow.
Enterprise Monkey's office would be co-located with Indian Sports Technologies Network, right? Anyways, so I was just giving you an example of the things that are actually possible, that you think that are not possible. I want to take you to Another point. The problem. Can you hear me from here?
You're not audible.
You can't hear me. That's the issue. Anyways, now I want to ask you, how many of guys do you believe in time travel?
What?
Time traveling.
Yeah.
No.
Do you believe in it?
No.
What about you, Neha?
I've never given it a thought. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Bharat, do you believe in time travel?
No, sir.
Do you believe in time travel?
He said no.
No, sir.
Okay, sorry. All right. Now, there are people in the world who say time travel is possible. Some of them say time travel is not possible. But at present, time travel is possible at very restricted level. It's not, you cannot sort of go forward in time, or you cannot go backward in time, right? So you can say it's not possible as such, and you can never go backward in time. But there's an interesting concept where you can be ahead of the time. You would not go into a next time zone, or next day or next hour. But what you can do is you can win yourself over time, and that's actually called life hack. So what happens is that in a lifespan of 50-60 years, everyone have a lot of experiences. You might have, some people have 1000 experiences, some people have 2000 experiences, but there's a set number of experiences that happen in a person's lifetime, and a person learns through those experiences every day. So it means the more experiences a person have, the more he learns, the more he improves, and the more successful he is in his life. But now the question is, when Mark Zuckerberg invented Facebook, he was in his 20s, right? When Steve Jobs started Apple, he was in his 20s. Now, how did those people who were just only in 20s started a company, or people like Bill Gates, who was also in his 20s, became successful when people who were aged 40, people who were aged 50, were not able to reach at that particular stage?
Yes.
That's life hack.
What do you think, Bharat?
It shows that experience is not the only thing that matters in terms of success.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna give you a theory that will change the way you think about everything. The way world measures experiences is wrong. When we say how much of experience does he have in this particular thing, 5 years of experience, 8 years of experience, 10 years of experience. So people consider experience and measure experience in a unit which is called time. But what I'm going to propose over here today is that experience cannot be measured in time. Experience is an important factor, but experience is irrespective of time. A person in a short lifespan in 20 years can have more experiences than a person in 40 years. So a person who tries a lot in his life, who takes different steps, different paths, he gets more experiences every day. He increases in the number of experiences as compared to the person who is probably double or triple of his age. So when we define experiences, the problem is that we define experience in terms of time. So we say if a person is 20 years old, he should be a trainee in a company. When a person is 25, he should be an executive level. When a person is 30, he should be at managerial level. When a person is 40, he should be at senior manager level. When a person becomes 50, then he is eligible to become a CEO or general manager or whatever it is. So the basic flaw is that people are measuring experiences in terms of time, right? But there are certain people who experience so many things in their life becomes so rich that they have already reached up to become successful in your life. There's set number of experiences that you have to face or encounter. There's set number of failures that you have to encounter. It says that you have to face 99 failures to become successful one time. So you have to face those failures. Now you can spread those failures throughout your life and become successful at the age of 50 or 55, or maybe die before becoming successful because you were so afraid of failures. Or you can face those failures quickly every day in your life and learn from those experiences and failures and move towards success. So the time will time has got a set course, but you can go ahead and you can defeat time when you start measuring your experiences irrespective of time, when you start experiencing a lot of things every day. So when you push yourself forward and make sure that you are learning new things every day and you are learning things which you are not capable of, you are challenging yourself every day, you slowly move up the ladder really fast. So there is no particular time to reach anything. It's the biggest flaw in the system is nowadays that you need to pass your 12th in 12 years, you need to pass your graduation in 4 years, you need to do this in this year. We have constrained and restricted people by time, which is wrong. The thing which you can learn in 12 years, you can learn that thing in 6 years, you can learn that thing in 3 years, you can learn that thing in 1 year as well. Of course, there's a minimum required time, but still you can compress that cycle and get those experiences very early, right? So the people who have become successful in their life, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, you all know their names, or the CEOs of larger companies, young CEOs. They all had one thing in common, that they had a lot of experiences that they faced in early stages of their life. Right? Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So if we are clear with one thing, that we can get a lot of experiences in a short lifetime, how do we do that? So the key is to ultimately have your end goal or wishes at your front, thinking about them, and see what the work that you are doing, how can you do that work properly and reach to a particular point. And that's where we come up with a term. I mean, it is you. Didn't?
Innovation, innovate.
No, wait. So for an individual, it's really important to innovate in your life, innovate in the way you do things. But you would be only able to innovate only and only once you take control of your life. And that's where the term life hack. Ankit, what is life hack?
Something that simplifies your life.
Something that simplifies your life. Okay, that's good. Any other thoughts, guys? What is hacking, Neha?
I can't define it. I know it's hacking, but
Yeah,
it's
what is
giving
that?
you.
What do you understand by hacking?
Hacking is basically getting into a system that's locked, that's restricted.
Yes, breaking into a system is called hacking, right?
Yeah.
So how do you so there's a particular method of doing something. You break into that, right?
Right.
So what happens is the life is again constrained by time. Life is again constrained by the external factors, right? There are methodologies through which you can hack your life and throw out those constraints and move towards success really fast. That's called life hacking. But to hack your life, you need to track your life. What happens is hacking is also a type of management. And to manage something, this is a very famous quotation about management, which is called to if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. So I give you a term, a new quote on the basis of it. If you can't track it, you can't hack it. So when I say track your life, it means measure your life. You need to understand out of the 24 hours you are spending, or probably 12 hours you are spending in your work, how are you dividing that 12 hours? What are you doing with that 12 hours? If you are eating something, what are you taking in? If you are doing any workout, what are you burning? If you are uh, working, how much productivity are you getting out of it? And with the current apps that we have, it's very easy and simple to track your life. So as soon as you start tracking your life, you will start getting analytics about your life, right? You start tracking your sleep, you start tracking your sleep cycle, you start tracking your day, and you would be able to get an understanding of what's going on with my life. So the thing that I did with marketing reports today or Gmail reports today, you can do it with your life. You can see how much time are you spending on what things, what are the things that are getting out of it, am I getting a good sleep or not? And all this can be done through your mobile phone and different applications, right? So and then you can, so it goes from once you start tracking it, different things in your life, you are able to map it out. And if you're not even writing it, you are able to visualize it, what's going on with my life, how much time I'm spending on what things, and what are the outcomes I'm getting out of it. And you will find that there are some portions of your life and there are some portions of your work that you can automate. There are some portions of your work that you do every day, right? So what you can do is you can automate that chunk of your work. So you have in your 24 hours of day, or forget 24 hours day, in your 9 hours of work, 3 hours of work that you are doing is the work that you do every day. How about we automate that chunk of work and you get 3 hours of work every day, and that gives you time to innovate. So I had these discussions with Uzair regarding marketing about the creativity and innovation, and I always mention it to Uzair. Uh, there are two parts of running an organization or working in an organization. First is doing what you need to do best. So working on the regular things and mastering those things, and then automating those things and removing those things. And the second part is where you innovate, where you learn new things. Because, for example, you need to breathe, everyone needs to breathe, you need to eat, you need to sleep, right? You can't eliminate those things from your life, and they take every day of your life. What you can do is you can minimize the time that you waste not in eating. Eating is a leisure process. You get energy out of it, you get good time out of it. But the time that's wasted around looking for food, getting food, if you can set up a process of procurement of food every day for your life, right? For example, if you are a person living alone, not with a family, right? If you can set a process that when you go home, you have your food prepared, packed over there. You don't have to think about food every day, because food is something that you need to eat every day, 2 times a day. If you already have a process set and created for that, if you have probably paid someone to make this, or if you know you are gonna make this and this, then you are eliminating that extra tension from your head. There are certain mobile recharges that you have to do every month, certain bills that you have to pay every month. If you automate all those things from your in your life, then you will have a lot of free time to think about what you want to do to achieve those dreams. So there are two things. First thing is to survive. To survive, you need to earn money, and with that money, you need to eat, you need to sleep, you need to wear clothes, you need to be social, and do all of these things. These are survival, right? And 99% of people in the world spend rest whole of their lives in this survival process. They concentrate on survival. They concentrate on paying their bills, getting clothes, eating food, sleeping, working 9 to 5. That's it. Doing their jobs, making their manager happy. That's it. But there are 1% of people who think about things which are beyond survival. So they automate their survival life. They do things for their survival. Everyone has to survive. Like I have to survive. So I do things for my survival. I spend some time on my survival. But to achieve those dreams, those 3 wishes, you need to do something extra. So you need to automate or allocate or probably create a process or optimize those parts of your life, put it at one place, and get some time to innovate in your life, in your career, and achieve those larger goals. I'll just take a break. I'll drink some water. What are you guys eating?
Kadai chicken.
Good man.
Cold drink.
No. Drink some water. That's why I'm asking.
What happened?
Are you guys looking at each other?
No. This Amir.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
That's good.
Any questions till now? Any comments?
I couldn't understand life hack concept.
Life hack. Yeah.
Not very clearly.
Sorry.
Not very clearly. I got it, but not very clearly.
So that life hack is all about making all unimportant things in your life, probably setting a system for it, or getting someone else to do it, or paying less attention to it, and doing things what you love to do, or doing things which will ultimately make you more happy or more successful. It means that in your whole day you have to do a lot of things, but if you can identify what the first step of life hack is to track what you do every day, right? And then eliminate some of the tasks from that from that your daily schedule, and probably if they are not important, just eliminate them. If they are important, probably get someone to do it for you, or develop a system around it to do to get that thing done. And focusing on what you want to do or what you want to be, right? For example, uh, like I don't like going to supermarket, right? A lot, or sometimes I go and do a bit of shopping. But there is one thing which I will need my whole life. I would need to shave every week at least, right? I would need razors to shave myself, right? Now, sorry, there are two ways. I can develop a warehouse of the razors, but again, that's not a good idea. So there's this company which is called uh, Dollar Shave Club. They deliver razors to your house every 2 weeks, right? And they deduct money from your debit card. So I have set the schedule. I've given them my credit card details. Now they deliver razors to my house every month. Set number of razors which I need. I use them, and I know I'm never gonna run out of the razors ever again. That's a very simple small thing uh, which I mentioned. Now what happens is, like, when I leave home, I have to inform my sister that I have left home, and when I'm here and they sometimes need to know whether I'll go back for dinner or not, right? So now in my mobile, through a mobile application, I have triple T, because I don't have, maybe it's 30 seconds to message them every day. I'm in Geelong, I'm in Melbourne. I've set up a mobile application that tracks my location and sends a message to them saying I'm in Geelong at this particular time, or I'm in Melbourne at this particular time. So when I leave home, it sends a message directly to them saying I've left home. When I reach office, it sends a message to Neha that I have reached office. When I leave for Melbourne, they get they get a message that I'm leaving for Melbourne. This is an example from my life. I don't think you would be able to relate to all of these examples. Uh, but simple things like, you think about all the things that you worry about in your day, and think about the things that you repeat every day. And is there any way you can sort of automate those things? Uh, is the first step to the life hack. But you receive ultimate life hack when you stop worrying about things at all. uh, you start taking things in a more logical and practical approach rather than in an emotional approach. So what happens is if you get happy, if you receive happiness, you become very happy and you waste a lot of time being happy, like extra happy. And if there are issues, you become tense. Now when there is an issue, there's already a problem, and that's a problem that you need to solve. But looking at the problem, your system works like that you become tense and you think, oh my god, there's a problem, shit, what I'm gonna do, right? Now you are sending signals again back to your brain that there's a problem and I need to worry, and I need to and then your brain stops working properly, right? A better approach is to do it is like, I'll draw a graph and show it to you. Nine percent of people operate like this. So whether they are happy and then happy, and then there is there's a problem or there's an issue and they become sad. Become happy again, become sad. Happy, sad, happy. What happens is issues and problems, and they are not able to face those problems or issues. They take it on their heart and think, oh my god, there's a problem, and they reach to this particular stage. So just this zone over here and this zone over here, the danger zone. When you are extremely happy or extremely sad about something or extremely worried about something, you are in a danger zone, right? You face a problem and you think, what I'm gonna do now, right? Now I should Can you see this graph?
Yeah.
So those 1% of people who are actually successful in life, and the statistics is that those 1% of people who have got 99% of wealth in the world and happiness, satisfaction in the world, are those people who have controlled their emotions, where things do not make them very happy and where things do not make them very sad, right? But I won't say this is a life hack again. 0.01%. So these are the people who are, when there is something good, they are happy. When there is something bad, they face a problem, they are a bit less happy. When there is something very good, they become a bit more happy. But when there is something, they are facing a lot of issues, they are a bit less happy, but they are still happy or in control of their life. And when I talk about things like happiness and sadness over here in the company, I talk about these things because these things are really important for you and in your career. and it directly affects your individual problem. So whenever you face a problem, our first reaction is, oh my god, this is a problem, what I'm going to do now, and there might be all those bad consequences. Rather than wasting your time and energy reacting negatively to that issue or problem, what if you think about what can be the probable solution of that problem, and start behaving ideally on those cases. This is called life hack. It's a bit difficult to achieve, uh, but in the next sessions I'll actually show you how to sort of go and achieve those life steps. Now I'll take 5 minutes of break, and then I'll address your questions.
You said in the next session you'll tell us about achieving what? Life hack.
Uh, Achieving this, how do you achieve this graph
Okay. Okay.
and achieve the life hack?
Okay.
Now, do you want to have question answers now, or do you want to have question answers after 5 minutes?
For 5 minutes.
Okay.
नहीं नहीं सही बात
Thank you so much. इसको यहीं रहने दो, को मैं पॉलिथीन लेकर आती हूँ, इसमें डाल देंगे। जगह बनानी पड़ेगी, इसमें सारा कुछ है ना नीचे, उसको थोड़ा सा ऊपर की तरफ दूध ज्यादा कर देंगे मैं, ठीक है तब तो साफ नहीं है।
उसे लग रहा है अरीबा मांगी है, उसे लग रहा है अरीबा मांगेंगी। यार इसका
बहुत दिक्कत होता है।
Yeah. Do you think it's actually possible to achieve what our life is? I mean, this is human nature कि अगर आप कोई चीज हो तो आप खुश हो गए, कोई चीज गलत हो। आंटी आएंगे ना यार इसके, वो छोटी नहीं डालो, मैं लाती हूँ, आंटी कह रही कि वो सिंक में जितना भी डालो ना वो वापस आ जाए, वॉशरूम का भी और हाथ धो लो यार उधर।
क्या
Hello.
Hi, Arnav.
Hi, Ankit. What did you had, Ankit?
I had my own food.
You cook your own food?
No, mama.
Mom does? Wow. It's a privilege to have home cooked food.
Yeah. At least you stay healthy.
You know. Yes, guys. So the things I talked about, do they really make sense? Or
Does, but then I have this question in my mind: is it actually achievable?
what the goals?
Life hack,
Yeah, it has been achieved by a lot of people.
because sadness and happiness is like a human nature.
Hmm.
So I mean, getting disconnected from those things, and then I mean, what's
Yeah.
the use if we are not happy?
Sorry.
I said, what's the use of being successful if we are not happy?
So can you see that graph over there?
Yes.
So so what I'm saying is that this the ideal that your constant state is happiness. Try to understand this. Your constant state is happiness, right? You are happy. That's your zero. If things go well, you become more happy, a bit more happy. Not, you just forget about everything and be happy. You become more happy and satisfied. If things go low, you become less happy. You don't go down the graph, go to the zero, and go back into the depression. What you do is you become a bit less happy or a bit less satisfied. But your overall state is again happiness or satisfaction,
Where you can
right?
work.
And why this thing is necessary for those 1% people is, and because there are so many things that we face in our life. There are so many news every day. Some are good news and some are bad news. So if we start becoming happy on everything which is happening good and everything bad which is happening bad, we'll get a heart attack, right? So there are so many issues every day. There are so many good things every day happening in the life when you are going fast in time, when you are having so many experiences. Like earlier, you used to have only 5 experiences in a day. Now, when we are having 100 experiences in a day, it's easy to be happy on one experience and sad on one experience. That's fine. For example, I've got one of my friend, right, and she belongs to a very good rich family, and she's here for studies. Now what happens is, when she sees Facebook, and if some of her friend is having food somewhere, she becomes sad because she's not having it. If her friends are partying and she's not partying, she becomes sad, right? Yesterday she was upset. I asked her why, and she told me, my friend met Hrithik Roshan. She shook hand with him, so I'm very sad, right? And and then she remained sad for a lot of time. But then we went out and had hot chocolate in the night, and she became happy, and then she was happy, right? So what happens is, when you don't have big aims in your life, and you don't have a lot of experiences, right, then you become happy on smaller things and sad on smaller things. And I'll tell you, so that was her day, and I'll tell you my day yesterday, right? Or my day in past week, right? Everything was going fine. I got a call from James Dimitriou saying that Tom is in hospital, so he wouldn't be coming, right? So now I should have, like, it's a sad news for us and for the company, as well as a very bad news, because the sales would be affected very much, right? But as soon as I'm even thinking about going in depression, I got a call from Adrian, and he said, I'm very upset with your company, and Abhishek haven't delivered the application, something like that. And I was about to react on that thing, but again I got a call from someone. Hey, someone told me about your product. Someone told me about your website, and I'm a venture capitalist. I would like to have a look at Enterprise Monkey. What is it, right? I would like to invest. Are you looking for a potential investor in your company? I would like to have a look. Then, anyways, after that, I should have been happy, right? And then I was about to come to go to this ice Mount Buller place, which is ice and snow. So I called them up, and then they told me the Wi-Fi is not working. So I told my sister that I wouldn't be able to come, and my friend that I wouldn't be able to come, and they were like sad. So I felt bad. I started feeling bad. Then I received a message from Ankit saying, Amir, I think I'll be resigning the organization. I've sort of started feeling a bit more sad, but probably something else happened at that particular time. There are so many larger experiences in your life every day that you can't be happy or sad. If you look at Uzair's life, so at this point of time, since Uzair has started moving in this direction, Uzair has started having all those experiences a lot. So, like, you ask Uzair what happened today morning. He was about to die. He came to the office, right? One day, and his days in his office is that in the morning I tell him, I'm really upset about this thing, that you didn't do this, and this person was joining, and you should have done this and that. And then after 3 hours, Uzair gives a presentation, and that presentation goes really good, and he's really happy about it. But then something else happens in his life again, and that would be the same maybe with Ankit as well. So once you start having huge number of those experiences, you cannot afford to go up and down, up and down, up and down in your life. You have to be stable. You have to start accepting that there's so many things happening. You cannot be happy and sad and bothered about everything. You just need to take a calm down, and just work on the things. Like, take it easily, take it logically. Yep. Any questions, Bharat?
Yes, sir.
Do you think you can fly in the sky, Bharat?
Yes, sir.
You can, definitely you can. I'll send you a videos of there were two guys. Sorry?
Skydiving.
No, not skydiving, flying in the air.
I
Like
recently watched a Bollywood movie.
sorry?
I recently watched a Bollywood movie. That movie, a person became mad. Sorry, I just I don't want to joke with Bharat, but it's true that a person became mad and he said that I want to fly. In the end, it was not like exactly I want to fly. He started arguing on different topics with the people. So, and he started speaking too much, and at the end that he said that I'll fly, and from a hill he jumps, and he said मैं उड़ रहा हूँ, and he died, and the movie ended.
So what you have to do is now is you have to create a plan for those three wishes or those three dreams. How are you gonna achieve that? And to achieve that, you have to be really good in whatever you are doing at this point of time. Now, I promise you, as Enterprise Monkey, promise to those who are staying with Enterprise Monkey. I promise you, and this is my promise. I said 3 years. If you are ready to give everything, like dedicate your life, I can make this happen in next 2 years. I'll work with you and I'll make this happen in next 2 years. I promise you, and you will look at the people just only after 2 years, right? When you will meet with the people who were working with you earlier, who are not working with you, and when they will see you, they will feel that the person I met 2 years ago was probably someone different, and this person right now is someone different, completely different. So I promise you all the wealth that you want. Look, I'm not talking about small money over here. I'm talking about millions, right? It may sound crazy, but the people who started with Apple, the people who started with Google, the initial employees of the company. But the interesting thing is that the people who stayed in that organization and grew with that organization, they became huge. Now, who invented Apple?
Steve Jobs.
Who invented computer? Who invented Apple computer?
The Apple computer. Is he asking Apple?
Who? Ankit, who invented Apple computer?
I only know about Steve Jobs.
So, Steve Jobs didn't invented Apple computer. There was his partner. Uzair, I told you about this guy. This is the crazy guy who eats ice cream. So there was a guy called Steve Wozniak who invented Apple computer, who made this Apple computer in his garage and showed it to Steve Jobs, said, "Hey Steve, I made this machine, look, this worked fantastic." Steve Jobs asked him, "What did you make this machine for?" I said, "Because just for my own use, I love using it. It's my baby, that's it." Steve Jobs said, "We will sell this product." Steve Wozniak said, "No, we won't be able to sell this product, but you can try if you want to." Steve Jobs took that product. Steve Jobs didn't invented Apple, didn't created computer, right? Didn't written any code. He took that computer and sold it to a company and created the Apple company. So Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs were the founder of Apple company. Who was the bright mind behind the computer? Apple computer? It was Steve Wozniak. Now, The interesting thing happened that Steve Jobs became the CEO for the organization, but Steve Wozniak said, "Look, I don't want to go into all those shit. I love making computers. I will be in the engineering team, and I'll be the main engineer, and I'll develop the computers." Now, what happened after few years? The technology became old, right? But the company sustained, because company is not created on a single product. They launched Apple 1, Apple 2, Macintosh, Mac 1, Mac 2, then other computers, then iPod, iPad, iPhone, iPad, iWatch. Okay, company is not based on a particular product. Company is based on a philosophy. But Steve Wozniak, the person who found that company, and Ankit, think about it as, for example, you create a fucking fantastic product, an amazing product, and one of your friends said, let's develop a company, and you say, all right, let's develop the company. You develop that company, and you say, look, I'm happy with the product. I'll keep on improving the product, and let this company be developed. And you take care of the company, and the company grows. But when the company grows, you are too involved in the product or the work that you do, that you are not able to grow with that company. You know what happened one day? It was 11 p.m. in the night. Steve Jobs was in his CEO office. He was on the floor working on a business plan with his pencil and doing something on his knees. Steve Wozniak knocked on his door and said, Jobs, Steve, I'm leaving. So Steve Jobs thought, maybe this guy, and these were the two best friends who founded the company. He thought that he's just leaving for today. So he said, all right, bye. He said, no, Steve, I'm leaving. I'm leaving the company. So Steve Jobs stood up and asked, why? What happened? So Steve Wozniak said, I created this company because we created this company because we used to love what we do. We used to create new things. But I don't enjoy working over here anymore. And I don't think this company needs me anymore. Steve Jobs didn't say anything. There were tears in his eyes. But then he said, all right, take care, best of luck. And Steve Wozniak left Apple forever. The person who created a company, he left that company forever. Right? Now there was this another guy who joined Steve Jobs when he was 19 years old, right? Who didn't knew much, but he had huge dreams in his eyes, right? He worked on the main Macintosh team of Steve. He used to wear big goggles and everything. And then when Steve was expelled out of his own company, Apple, so Steve Jobs was thrown out of his own company, Apple. He created his company Next. So there was a team that left Apple and went with Steve Jobs, and that person was the first one who resigned with Steve Jobs and joined Steve Jobs' new company. Now when Steve Jobs joined Apple back, he got that person, that 19-year kid who didn't knew anything, who was not involved in the starting, he got a big share in Next, and he became one of the vice presidents of Apple. Now he owns his own island, owns his own private jet, and living his life amazingly. And what is Steve Wozniak doing? Because Steve Wozniak had some of the shares earlier in the Apple. He's traveling still from the business class, but he sometimes goes to Dubai, do few lectures, sometimes do few of the consulting work, get sort of monthly payment and all of these things. Anyways, so what I'm trying to say over here is, look, you have got a very, very huge opportunity. at this point of time. And if you are ready to do things, two things. First is to give your best and try your best and commit to be where you want to be, to achieve your dreams. And secondly, grow with the company, because this company will grow fast, right? You need to adapt yourself and grow with the company. Then in within next 2 years, not even 3 years, you will see at the yourself at one of the highest positions, not only in India but in the world. That's my promise to you. So the choice is yours. Have a look at the people that are around you. After 2 years, what you do from now, after we finish this session, you go out of the office, you go out of this particular room. What you do from now on, within the next 2 years, that will make all the difference. Like, no matter what you did before, here's an opportunity for you now. Next 2 years will define how are you gonna spend the rest of your life. I think that's it from my end. Any questions?
I had question, but not this clear.
Sorry,
I had question, but not this clear.
not at this time.
He
I
said,
had
yes.
question, but now it is clear. That's
Okay, that's good. Neha,
No questions.
no questions. Ankit,
Uh, Nothing.
Bharat,
I would like to say something.
yes.
I mean, as you say, कि within a 2 year, you will give us so many good opportunity, and you have promised right now. So here I would like to promise to you something. If you think something about me and us, so what should I think? My thinking is that I am doing best or not in this company, according to analytics, anything else. But I have promised to you, I will not give the resign from my end in this company. If you will terminate and this company will terminate me, then definitely I'll be happy and I'll go and I'll not ask from you that time. But right now I am promised to you for that because you have promised not for that you will give me best opportunity for that. But I realize that within short of period you have achieved something, and I want to say something here also. When I was in Babylon, I have so many lack of confidence. I was not thinking, yes, I can speak in English in my life. But when I have joined this company, you believe or not, I have given my first presentation at front of you in English. And it's because I have given two and three presentation in Rugby event that was totally in Hindi. I and here when I come, I don't know if from where I have confidence came in my mind and came and I'm speaking. If believe or not, last day I was talking with my father and I also told him, Father, I don't know from where I have created this confidence. I am just speaking, and I was so happy tomorrow when I have given the presentation here in the English. I am not speaking Hindi. That was my dream also. Yeah, I'll speak full, and so many times I have tried to speak and all. But within a week, you believe or not, now I can speak to anyone person. Now I realize yes, I can go anywhere and I can do it. And right now you are told yes, you will give me a best opportunity like this. But definitely I will not fight fight this company. I'm not living for a money. I'm just living for a name. Already I told you. And my first aim was I want to fly in the air. Why that was? That was 50 years back. If I talk about if someone told to other in million of thousand of kilo iron can fly in the sky, so no one can believe. And right now I am talking to you, yes, I want to fly in the sky so everyone can believe. But I am sure not I will invent but so many another people can invent within next 20 or 10 years, and people can fly in this flight, definitely. That's why that was my first dream. That's
Amazing, amazing, very, very good, Bharat. And did you realize you spoke continuously in English for three minutes continuously? And I'm telling you, 3 years ago, I was not able to speak 3 minutes continuously, and so fluently in English as well. So when I came to Australia, and Australian English is very difficult. It was so difficult for me to understand. But I used to think, अबे गोरो तुम अभी नहीं आ रहा मुझे समझ में, लेकिन जिस दिन मुझको समझ में आएगा उस दिन मैं तुम लोगों को लूट के खाऊंगा.
Yeah, you once said it to me when we were talking on the telephone and you just visited the Australia. Just reached there in Australia and you were talking to some an Australian people, then you said this line. I was on the phone. You said it. That go the steps. You said it.
No, Bharat, I promise you that we will never, ever leaving and terminating is not a chance. We'll never, ever ask you to terminate if you are not able to perform. The performance is not a factor over here. It's what we need is commitment, and if and I see that commitment in you,
how
and
you
I'm
would like
I'm
to commit.
I'm proud to have you with us, and I really admire your spirit and potential. And these are the kind of people that we want in Enterprise Monkey. Like it's amazing to have you guys with with me.
But how you
And
have to promise something to me. Are you
sorry,
hearing? You
yeah,
have to some promise to me. May I ask?
yes,
The next month, suppose I'm working here, right? And next week and next month, I'm not doing well, and the
yeah,
statistic is going down, and
yeah,
I'm not capable for getting the leads. On that time, don't realize. Yes, Bharat had told me that I'll not leave this company, so I should not kick on it. So if my performance is not good and not on the time, whenever you think, yes, I'm not doing well, then immediately you can take any action. But don't think on that time, yes, Bharat had told, so I'll not take this action like that.
you know, I,
So
I
please,
I told this thing to Zaire, and I'm telling this thing to you. Look, I'm a different kind of person. I won't let you fail. I'll make sure that you do not fail. I'll do everything and anything to make you perform and get the results out of you. And you will ultimately give results. That's my responsibility. I'm a failed manager if I'm not able to get good results out from you. So if you are ready to put on the put on your efforts and learn, it's important to learn. And if you are ready to learn, and I know you are ready to learn, I'm more than keen to guide you and help you. And I'm 100% sure that you will not fail ever.
Yeah, I also want to say something. Yeah. No. On a serious note, I want to say something.
I can't hear you, sir.
I'm saying on a serious note, I want to say something. I want to thank you and for conducting such.
I can't hear you, sir. Sorry.
Little louder, yeah.
I was saying that I want to thank you for conducting such helpful sessions. I know you are very busy and you are not alone in Enterprise Monkey only, but involved in many other things. But you are spending your time on conducting such sessions just for us. I have seen people, they are not, you are a CEO and you are a director, you are working in Australia, you are involved not only in one company, in many other stuff. But I have seen people, they are just so-called masters or professors in and they don't give a damn shit to, they don't give a damn attention for the student, they don't have time, they don't want to talk to them. But you are a CEO of a company, so I have seen such first time in my life that the CEO of a company and will spend time for his employees, for teaching them about the life, not only for his company, he wants to teach them about how they can grow in their own life in their career. Thanks a lot for this.
Yeah. You're most welcome. I appreciate it.
Amir, I would also like to say something. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Thank you for the session. I actually wanted kind of inspiration. I was feeling negative from last 2 3 days, so that's why I asked you to conduct a training session. So thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
All right, guys.
Thank you, Amir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Amir.
Amit.
And I just want to say something to Ankit. Ankit, don't feel bad, even if you are leaving the organization. If you think you are doing something right for yourself, don't feel bad about it. And I'll be always there for you anyways.
Thank you.
All right. Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye.